This is your goofy GreatTreeJam, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Mass Effect 1. Last time we left off, we had just planted Kirahi's nuke at the Virmire base and were about to rescue Kaidan's group. Before we could reach Kaidan, however, a geth dropship began pouring reinforcements all over the bomb site. Left with no other options, Ashley armed the nuke and begged us to rescue Kaidan. We took her suggestion and left her to fend for herself. After lifting the pressure from Kaidan and the Salarians, we finally came face to face with the rogue Spectre Saren. He informed us of his intent to bring the rest of the galaxy to submit to the Reapers, believing this to be the only way to prevent our annihilation. After a skirmish with Saren, we were forced to evac from the facility. While we succeeded in destroying the Virmire base and extracting Kaidan and the Salarians, we were unable to rescue Ashley. So it's a pretty sad day. Unfortunately, Ashley Williams has joined the rest of the 212. She is no longer going to be part of our playthrough. The only thing that we have left is to go back to the Council and report on what we discovered over at Virmire. The Council needs to know what Saren is after, and the real threat seems to be the Reapers. I think the Council would be interested in knowing more about the Reapers themselves and who Saren's actually working for.
I forwarded the mission update to the Citadel, Commander. We got confirmation on those reinforcements. Ambassador Udina wants us to report back to the Citadel. The Council's massing a joint species fleet to deal with Saren and his geth.
Took them long enough. Back to the Citadel, Joker. I want the Normandy at the head of that fleet.
Yes, ma'am.
Good job, Shepard. Thanks to you, the Council's finally taking real action against Saren.
The Ambassador is correct. If Saren is foolish enough to attack the Citadel, as you believe, we will be ready for him.
Patrols are stationed at every mass relay linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems.
You think a blockade's gonna stop him? He's on Ilos looking for the conduit right now. What are you doing about that?
Ilos is only accessible to the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
Now is the time for discretion, Commander. Saren's greatest weapon was secrecy. Exposed, he is no longer a threat. This is over.
Secrecy isn't his greatest weapon. The conduit is.
Saren is a master manipulator. The conduit is just a distraction from his real plan to attack the Citadel.
Sovereign's the real threat. Saren's just a servant of the Reapers.
Only you have seen the Reapers, and then only in visions. We won't invade the Terminus systems because of a dream.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Virmire. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch. We have the situation under control.
So it seems that unfortunately the Council is not buying the Reapers as being the actual threat here. We're going to try and press them a little bit more to do something, but it seems that they've made up their minds.
If Saren finds the conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now you're becoming more trouble than you're worth.
You bastard! You're selling us out!
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
Are you insane? After everything I have done, you still don't believe me.
I think it's time for you and your team to leave, Commander. This no longer concerns you. The Council can handle this, with my help, of course.
Commander. Shepard, I cannot believe they did this to you. I am so sorry.
Udina couldn't wait to stab me in the back.
It's not right. You did everything they asked and more. Nobody else could have done what you did. The Council owes you everything, everything. Instead, they strip you of your command and ground the Normandy.
I don't care if they ground me, but they refuse to go after Saren. If they don't stop him from finding the conduit, we're all dead.
Perhaps we could appeal and get them to reverse their decision.
I pushed them as hard as I could. They wouldn't budge.
So you're going to walk away? You will just give up and doom the entire galaxy to extinction?
We're out of the game for now, but I'll find a way back in.
I believe in you, Shepard. I am with you every step of the way.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander. Got a message from Captain Anderson.
Are you spying on us, Joker?
No, ma'am. Just knew you were on the ship and figured I'd pass the message on. The captain said to meet him at Flux, that club down in the wards.
You should probably go meet with him.
So unfortunately, despite all of our service for the Council and for the Alliance, we are now grounded. We cannot go after Saren, and it seems that our chances of finding Saren before he brings the Reapers to bear in the galaxy are becoming slimmer by the moment. But it seems that we do have a way out. Anderson wants to meet us in Flux. So let's go ahead and bring our Vermar survivor and Rex along with us, and we're going to see if we can find out from Anderson regarding our I guess you can say our options for attack when it comes to dealing with Saren.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Because it seems like he has an idea, a plan of some sort. And if there's anyone that we can trust right now, it's not Udina, it's Anderson, and Anderson does have a way of pulling through for us in the toughest times. So, kind of wondering what this actually means for Anderson if he's willing to help us out, even if we're...
Coming up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
I was about to say, it kind of makes you wonder what this means for Anderson. If he decides to help us out, even if we're grounded on the Citadel, you have to wonder what Anderson's going to have to face once he gives us a certain plan of action. I don't want to spoil it too much for you guys, but for right now, we're going to go ahead and head down here. I'm going to try and skip through the elevator conversations this time, because I do want to try and get this done. I'm not wanting to take the long way around, so let's get over to the fast travel, and we're going to make our way over to the other part of the wards. I believe we'll make a stop right about... actually I have an idea. I just realized something, guys. Hang on. I take back what I just said. We're not going to use a fast travel. I actually know a way that we can actually knock out two birds with one stone. So we're going to head down here, take the elevator, and this will actually take us up to the area right around where Eddie Lang is. So, sorry, one more elevator ride, and then we're going to have to deal with the rest.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
So all we have to do is leave the elevator and head down this way. If you remember a long time ago I mentioned Eddie Lang, he actually filled us in regarding points of interest on the Citadel, and here he is. But if we head upstairs, we're actually going to find a certain assignment, one that's actually unique to the Citadel detention stay. Here we're going to see an NPC called Charles Saraceno, and there are a bunch of other NPCs here associated with the Terra Firma party. Let's go ahead and move in.
Excuse me, you're the Spectre, right?
Here we're going to see a side of humanity that may or may not bode well for our relations with the rest of the galaxy. Let's go ahead and talk to Mr. Saraceno and see what his party is all about.
Commander Shepard, it is an honor to speak with you.
What's this demonstration about?
I'm Charles Saraceno of the Terra Firma Party. With Armistice Day coming soon, we're making our voices heard by the alien appeasers on the Presidium. Can I count on your support in the next election?
So first off, we have no idea what Terra Firma stands for just yet, or at least Commander Shepard does not. She may have heard of them, or she might just want a refresher. In any case, let's go ahead and ask a little bit about the election.
What are you running for?
I'm seeking one of the 5 spacer seats in Parliament. They have certain Baroque conditions for a citizen to be able to vote for them. You have to spend more than 6 months a year in space, but you can't have stayed in any one settled system for more than a month. You do spend most of your time in space, Commander.
I don't know Terra Firma's platform. What do you stand for?
Our core value is that Earth must stand firm against alien influences, politically, culturally, and in the worst case, militarily.
It's a good theory, but these people are making it sound like a racial issue.
I can't deny that some of our supporters have extreme views, but our platform is also supported by economists, sociologists, and medical professionals.
But you don't do anything to curtail the racist comments of your members.
Of course not, Commander. Whether I disagree with them or not, they have the right to express their opinion.
You're marking the end of the First Contact War with a protest.
As we have every year for the last 26 years. The war taught humanity a lesson that some would forget. If we don't stand up for ourselves, no one else will.
I thought the lesson of the First Contact War was that there's other life in the galaxy and they have opinions too.
Perhaps so, Commander. But if aliens feel free to express their opinions at gunpoint, why shouldn't we?
Because they have bigger guns?
If they have bigger guns, we should increase military spending. Instead, we sign away our right to defend ourselves with treaties.
I like the way you think.
So Mr. Saraceno seems like a relatively straightforward man when it comes to his political agenda. But I think our Shepard has been working towards cooperation with the other races of the galaxy, and Terra Firma may not be within her interests.
Sorry, I believe we need to work peacefully with other races.
We've heard that before in human history. Well-meaning naivete leads to declarations of peace in our time. We can't allow anything like Shan-Shi to happen again. I don't suppose I could convince you to issue a public statement of support for my candidacy. The support of the first human Spectre would be invaluable.
The occupation of Shan-Shi couldn't happen again. We weren't even sure there were aliens to garrison against back then.
It's still a powerful symbol, Commander. Shan-Shi is the only human territory ever occupied by an alien species.
For those of you wondering or trying to remember what Shang-Chi was a human colony that was sacked by the Turians, which precipitated into the First Contact War between humans and Turians. Now, thankfully, the Council did intervene and ensured that humanity had a place among the galaxy's community. But, despite what Mr. Saraceno says, I don't think that we're going to see eye to eye. So, we're not going to be supporting him in the election.
You have the right to your opinion, Mr. Saraceno, but with all due respect, I disagree with it.
I understand. I'm glad you support the democratic process, at least. Thank you for your time, Commander. Remember Terra Firma on Election Day, because Terra Firma remembers you.
Like I said, that is cheesy.
Remember Shan-Shi!
I think I said that in my stream.
No blood for aliens!
And you get to hear a lot of potentially xenophobic comments from the crowd here.
Terra Firma!
Either that or just really, really chauvinistic comments. But in any case, we have yet another assignment. Before we do, I want to double check on something, guys, so let me go ahead and cut the footage here and I'll resume back at this location. And we're back. Our next assignment is actually going to be right here. And we're actually going to find an NPC named Elias Keeler.
Soldier, could I take a moment of your time?
And he has another offer for us, or I guess you can say, let me go ahead and rephrase that. He has an offer for us. It's going to be our other, I guess you can say, person who needs our support.
Soldier, I've got a major situation, and I need help from somebody with humanity's interests at heart.
What kind of situation are we talking about?
Of course, right to business. That's why humanity has the best damn fleet in the galaxy. My name is Elias Keeler. I'm an Alliance Negotiator. We've got a big session coming up with the Solarians. You wouldn't believe what's riding on this. I'm fighting for humanity on this one, just like you are.
I understand. It's important. So what do you need?
Well, in order to do my best for humanity, I need the best resources on the market. There's a mental stimulant that increases alertness and cognitive function. It's legal, but restricted. I've purchased the monthly limit, and I need more from the medbay.
If you know the monthly limits, why'd you go over them?
The negotiations were supposed to be last week, but the Salarians stalled it, probably deliberately. If I don't get the stimulant, I'll be a wreck. My assistant will take over, and that would be a disaster.
You should put some trust in your assistant. Didn't you train him?
My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them we're reasonable. No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Forget my assistant.
So here we're seeing just a little bit of another example of humanity's relations with the rest of the galaxy. I think we're going to go ahead and stick with our previous conviction that we are indebted to the rest of the galaxy and that we do deserve to help the other members of the galaxy thrive and prosper as much as we should. Well, let's go ahead and ask more about the drug.
What exactly is this stimulant?
Oh, I don't know the medical terms, but it increases mental capacity, short-term recall, that sort of thing. It helps me stay focused, and it keeps me sharp. Nothing gets by me when I'm on it.
Why is this deal so important?
The Salarians want to set up long-term trade agreements. There are billions of credits at stake. If I don't get the drug, my assistant will take over and mess up the whole deal. It would be a disaster.
You should put some trust in your assistant. Didn't you train him?
My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them no race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Forget my assistant.
So it seems that this negotiator is... I have no other way of putting it. He likes to get high. I'm not entirely convinced that this drug is going to help negotiations at all, and I don't feel like feeding someone's addiction habits, so we're not going to help him out.
Keeler, you've got a problem. You need to get treatment.
It might look that way from the outside, but this is just a one-time slip-up. All the top negotiators are on stimulants close to the legal limit. It's the way the game is played.
Well, we are going to help him, but it's not going to be what he wants immediately.
I don't see all the top negotiators soliciting help to go over the legal limit, Keeler.
Maybe you're right. I've been trying to keep humanity strong, and maybe I've pushed myself too hard. I'll tell you what, this will be the last time I use the stimulant. After this deal is finished, I'll get treatment.
No trade negotiation is worth ruining your life for. Let it go and get help.
You don't understand! Humanity needs me, and I need that stimulant. Without it, I don't know anymore. I get so tired when I run out of the stimulant. I just need one more boost.
There's no shame in having a problem, but you have to get treatment.
You're right. I'll go tell my assistant. I shouldn't be working like this. I'll get help. I'm just sorry it came to this.
Personally, I'm not too comfortable with letting a drug addict handle negotiations with other races, especially for important diplomatic matters or trade relations. No. That does not sound like someone who's going to be a reliable negotiator, so we're going to tell him to get help, and we just did that. And now, the only thing left to do is talk to Anderson and see what kind of plan he's concocted for us to get off the Citadel.
I'm glad you came, Shepard. I heard what happened.
They pulled me off the mission, just like when they forced you to give up the Normandy.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy's systems, but if we override the ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
If we steal the Normandy, you're the one left holding the bag.
And if Saren finds the conduit, life as we know it is over. The Reapers will destroy us. Humans, Asari, everybody. You're the only one who can stop him, Shepard. So I'll do whatever it takes to get you on the Normandy and off this station.
So a little bold plan from Anderson. He's willing to commit treason just to stop the Reapers from taking over the galaxy, and it seems that he believes the Reapers are the real threat. Excuse me. Unfortunately, this plan does expose him to backlash. If anything happens to him, that's going to be on us.
Stealing the Normandy is mutiny. What if the crew won't help me?
The Normandy's your ship now, Commander. Her crew will follow you to the ends of the galaxy. We both know that.
I won't forget this, Captain. I promise.
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That's a restricted area patrolled by armed guards. How are you gonna get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
You're gonna get yourself killed. There has to be another way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He's not gonna let you waltz into his office and use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
Udina won't let this slide, Captain. You'll be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
Anderson must be pretty tech-savvy if he knows how to hack a computer. That or he has a good Omni tool. But it seems the best option for us is send Anderson to deal with Udina. If we send him to Citadel Control, he's going to be dealing with armed guards, and that's not going to end too well for him. But let's go ahead and tell him to break into Udina's office.
You'll have a better chance if you go after the Ambassador's computer.
I was hoping you'd say that. The ambassador has made this personal. You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
Well, let's do it big, baby.
Let's do it.
I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
Alright, we got a plan, folks. It's a hell of a plan, but you know what? It's a shot in the million. We're gonna make sure it works. Slim chances of working, but you know what? In this story, slim chances always mean 100%. But we're not going to let Anderson go over to CSEC control, because if he does that, he's going to get gunned down. Now, no matter which option you choose, you will be able to get off of Citadel. Personally, I prefer the upper option because there's going to be a semi-hilarious encounter, cutscene-wise. I think we're all going to relish watching Udina get his own medicine, so to speak. But now that that's over, we're going to head up to the Normandy, and we're going to get off the Citadel.
Presidium technicians are struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do. CSEC is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
Gotta love elevators, man. Gotta love them. So any day now? There we go. Alright, and here we are. I'm sure no one at the Citadel docking bay is going to mind that a bunch of heavily armed individuals are approaching the Normandy. No one's watching this, no one's got cams on this. No security footage at all. And even the technician took a break. That's amazing. So it looks like we have the most foolproof plan ever. Let me go ahead and just board the Normandy before I get even more tongue twisted.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination.
Anderson, what are you doing here? I didn't send...
Let's go. Get us out of here, Joker. Now.
Oh, that was great. You see that? That was awesome. Anderson, you are forever my bro.
Can't believe we stole the Normandy. I know we'll all be court-martialed if this doesn't work out, but part of me loves this.
But one thing we can go around in the ship is oh my god. Let me try and say that again without... Anyway, let's go around the ship and get some feedback from our crew members.
Aw, damn it, no sign of pursuit? I was hoping the Council would send some ships after us. I was looking forward to putting the Normandy through her paces. Figured I'd get to see what this ship can really do.
We're not playing tag, Joker. If they catch us, Saren wins. and we're all dead.
I'll bet you are the life of the party, Commander. So you need something?
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Hey, always gotta keep it in perspective, man. Let's go ahead and head down. We're gonna talk to every single crew member that we can. Even Karen Chakwas, who normally doesn't say much apart from her comments on the Lieutenant, Anderson, and her medical history. Or medical service history, I should say. But, apart from that, it's time for us to head over here, and I think Kaidan doesn't have anything to say at all. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and check in with him, make sure he's doing okay.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
We're all in for the duration. You can count on everyone to do their duty.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Input? Hell, I don't know. We're fighting giant machines from outside the galaxy. Should I be afraid of them? Or in awe of them? Anything so old, so intelligent.
Yeah, they've been around a while. So were the Turians. We gave them a boot in the ass.
I think we're gonna need a bigger boot, Commander.
Fair point, Kaidan.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
This is gonna sound terrible, but I feel so much better that Ashley's not in our crew anymore. I think it's down to personal preference. I usually prefer to save Kaidan.
It's strange, being a fugitive from the Alliance. This crew has sacrificed everything for you, Shepard. Don't let us down.
Some people like Ashley more. I don't. I find Ashley's unapologetic racist attitude to be a little off-putting. But when it came to our choice on Vermar, I think we went with the person who was with the Solarians. But here's Liara. I don't think she has anything to say either, but I'm gonna go ahead and double check real quick.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I think this is pretty much the same thing as last time.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
I should go.
Yep.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Yep, it's the same thing as last time. Well, let's go ahead and just move this way now. I do want to try, and I might keep this episode a little bit longer than usual because I want to finish up the debrief, or rather the check-in with our crew members and get us all done in one episode. And after this, I want to go ahead and sign off, and next time we pick up, we're going to be heading over to Ilos. Hopefully we'll be able to stop Saren there. It seems unfortunately our detention stay on the Citadel did not help us at all. Saren is now several steps ahead of us, and we are making up lost time.
Stealing an Alliance ship? Risky stuff. But I'm right behind you, Shepard. It's the least I can do.
You think I'm crazy, don't you?
Sometimes crazy is the best way to go. I just hope they don't catch us before we get our hands on Saren.
You and me both.
You'll get us through, Shepard.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
And just like that, I believe we're pretty much gotten what we can from Rex. He kept things in perspective, but now we can talk to Garrus and get his feedback, because we've been trying to get him to follow procedure and do things by the book, so he's going to take a little bit of offense at what we're doing right now.
I can't believe we stole the Normandy. After everything you told me, it seems a bit extreme, don't you think?
Stealing the Normandy is a trivial risk compared to the threat of Saren.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. If you're wrong, we'll pay for it. But if you're right and we did nothing, I think we'd regret it a whole lot more. I just hope we can catch Saren before they realize we're missing.
We'll catch him. Just be ready when we do.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, and it seems to be taking it pretty well, so that's good. Our last stop is going to be Engineer Adams and Tally. Adams, as always, is a cool-head professional, and I don't think he's going to be freaking out.
Heard we're headed into the Terminus systems, Commander. Don't worry, ma'am. The Normandy's a hell of a ship. She'll get us through this.
Adams isn't even phased. I love it, man.
We're fugitives on the run. Very exciting, Shepard. I wonder what the Council would do to us if we got caught.
Your father probably has some political pull, right? He wouldn't let them throw his little girl in jail.
You don't know my father. Stealing ships is a capital offense among my people. He'd probably want to execute us himself.
The Normandy's the best ship in the fleet. They'll never catch us.
I hope you're right.
And just like that, we're pretty much done here.
I should go.
See you later.
I really wish Kaidan would have something to say right now, but... and Liara for that matter. But oh well. But I think that's pretty much it. I think now is a good time to close off. Next time we pick up, we're going to head over to Ilos, and we've got quite a battle ahead of us. Saren has gained a bit of a head start. Our tension on the Citadel did not help matters at all. But now that we're free, we're going to go ahead and take the fight to Saren and see if we can stop him from doing whatever he plans to do with the conduit. And we still don't know what the conduit is, but we're going to be finding out pretty soon. But until then, I want to go ahead and just wish you guys a happy day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be in this universe or the next, and hope to see you in my next vid. But until then, I want to bid you guys farewell. Bye.